What is up, guys? Welcome to Diggity, Video Game Podcast, episode number 50. I'm Jeff James. As always, with me is the incredible, the unobtainable, the scrumptious, luscious Brody Faults. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, buddy. How about yourself?
I would do better if 50 people followed us on Instagram and Twitter at Diggity Podcast. Join the other 1,300 people, please. Good God. Subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube username is Diggity. It's no longer Diggity Gaming. It's just Diggity now on YouTube for various reasons. Subscribe to our podcast, the audio version, on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to. Still not on Pandora. Who's counting? Week 7, not me. Audible. Yeah, guess what? Audiobooks. This episode, be it number 50, still sponsored by Audible. And you get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial by heading on over to audibletrial.com/diggity. It's Diggity to get access to over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, or your MP3 player. With that, I'm done. I'm throwing my phone. I just threw my phone on the ground. It's carpeted, so I knew it's safe.
Yeah, it's fine.
Woo,
it's fine.
safe.
I mean,
episode 50.
yeah, man.
Let me get my phone. Hold on.
All right. We'll wait. It's fine.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Episode 50. I forgot my pop filter. Doing this 50 times. I still forget my pop filter.
I would say that I expect better, but
You don't.
I don't.
You don't.
That's fully what I expect, actually.
You don't. So why don't we, 50 episodes, that's insane. Pretty crazy that we stuck with it for this long. I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean, it's pretty interesting. There's 50 episodes. 50 times we've done this. We've done almost,
We've actually done
over, well,
we've
it's
done
51,
more, too.
51 or 52 because of
Yeah,
Xbox
52,
and then the Switch
Yep.
thing
We've
that
done
we did.
a few little mini-sodes.
Yeah.
But
Diglets.
yeah, man.
Cool. So do you, what do you want to jump into? Do you want to jump into what we played this weekend?
Yeah. Let's
You
do
go
that.
for it. What'd you
Let's do
play?
that.
What'd you play this weekend? Because my weekend was a lot of traveling.
My weekend was a lot of falling asleep early.
Awesome.
But
weekend.
I kind of got back into Horizon Zero Dawn, which I started a while ago when I picked up the PlayStation last year, because I've always been an Xbox guy. And then I'm kind of getting back into that, which is awesome now that I've beat God of War onto the next exclusive. And then I played a little bit of Black Desert Online for Xbox. Black Desert. Yeah, but that's really about all I played this weekend. Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
So for the first time, I think, in the entire time we have been married, not you and me and my wife.
I was going to say, looking right at me, telling me that.
Amber asked to play a game with me, which does not happen very often at
so
all.
happy.
I am ecstatic, dude. It's awesome. But we played... She wanted to try Rocket League, which I tried to explain. There's a very...
It's a Twitter of video games.
It's very rough. It's a rough going game, but and then we actually jumped into Overcooked on Xbox, and we had a blast. It was a good time. Good
Nice.
time.
That's sweet. On the go, I played a little bit of the Trials demo. Continue playing that, and that's about it. I was just traveling so much this weekend. I didn't really have any time. We're gonna play some Apex Legends tonight, though. Ooh. Oh no, I played a little bit of Overwatch this weekend.
Yeah.
I played Baptiste on the test servers for Overwatch on PC, so that was good. That was a good time. I love him. Great character. Super cool.
I'm excited.
And dude, he's honestly not to bash on the last couple of characters, but I actually care about him.
Yeah.
The hamster was one only because it's a hamster. I thought that's adorable. Okay, but besides that, don't really care.
Yeah.
Moira, Doomfist was a letdown.
The hamster that we have so lovingly named Hamtaro
Or Asgerbil.
or Astro, depending on.
Come on now, let's get real.
Depending on how awful that character is, yeah.
Yeah, depending upon how annoying we find him. All right, man, let's jump into upcoming games.
All right, so March 5th, we have Attack of the Earthlings coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Beat Cop coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Eternity, The Last Unicorn coming to PC and PS4.
A must play.
And Left Alive coming to PC and PS4. On March 7th, we have TikTok, A Tale for Two coming to PC. And March 8th, we have Devil May Cry 5 coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One. And Kirby's Epic Yarn coming to the 3DS.
3DS still alive.
Barely. Just hanging on, man.
Oh, hanging by a thread of yarn.
A thread of yarn.
Ooh,
Oh, it was right there.
Woo. Woo, got him. Decent lineup, man. March 8th, Devil May Cry 5. Hey, crazy game. Weird game. Weird.
Yeah.
Never really got into them. Really weird.
Yeah.
A lot of people like
I get
them.
it on PC, actually, from when I bought my gaming PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll
You'll dabble.
be giving it
You'll dabble
a try.
into that. Yeah, Beat Cop. I have no idea what that is.
Me either.
Great.
What about what about Eternity: The Last Unicorn?
Oh, I know everything about
You're gonna
that.
jump right into that, aren't you?
Bro, I bought the guide from GameStop. Just joking. Totally did not.
The collector's edition.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, dude. First piece of news. You want to hit us?
Yeah. So this one
It's close to home.
hits very close to home. Black Desert Online has released on Xbox officially yesterday on the 4th. So prior to the full release of the game, it was listed as having 3 different versions. A standard edition that was $29, a deluxe edition that was $49, and an ultimate edition that was $99. All of these included various bonuses and things that you got for purchasing that specific edition.
Right.
But now a quote-unquote base game version has been made available for $9.99. The difference between the standard and the base edition of the game is a pet, which the pet has actually changed since the launch of the game, from according to their website at least. A 30-day value pack and a pearl box with 500 pearls.
What's in a value pack? What is that?
It's like expanded slots and things
okay.
like that.
So they're only like temporary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Temporary expansions and things.
Got you.
But Pearl Abyss, which is the company behind this game, made absolutely no mention of the base game version that they had prior to the full release of the game, and misled many players into purchasing the standard edition, thinking that that was the cheapest price of entry on Xbox, rather than purchasing it for the bonuses that it offered. So this was a surprise to me when I came across this story today. I had absolutely no clue that there was a base edition because I thought
you bought the base.
I thought standard edition was typically base edition.
Oh, that is.
So,
that fully is.
This is that's ridiculous. Some bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous.
Because I really could have gone without the pet and all the extra stuff. I don't need to have that. But that was just some shady shit, man.
Yeah.
That was absolutely 100% shady. Nothing like, oh, we forgot. There's none of that. It was just shady to get people to purchase the game for more than what they're going to sell it for.
How many other games do you think do this?
I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't become a practice.
That this is the base of the base of the base?
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll probably have like a bare minimum game that comes out under the base. Oh, I know. It probably will.
Come to Game Pass next week. Everyone will buy the fucking base. Because now it's like, oh, $10? Sure. Yeah. Hey, now it's free on Game Pass. Great.
Yeah. Wow. I would have just bought the base game. That's
it doesn't sound
shit.
Between the base game and the standard edition, it doesn't really sound like there's much that I'm like, wow, $20 would constitute that.
I got 24 hours early access to it as well. Because, that makes all the difference in the world.
Bless you, Pearl Abyss. All right, well, Atlas, the developers behind the Persona series, has been asking questions recently. So both Atlas USA and Atlas Japan have put surveys out asking what the fans would like from the next game in the series. Now, the surveys ask fans what type of game they would like to see, as well as if they would want to play the game on the PS4, PSVR, Nintendo Switch, PC, mobile, or other. As far as the type of game, the options are action RPG, board game, action adventure, Persona 5 fighting game, a new Persona 6 game, an online RPG, a turn-based strategy game, or a visual novel. So pretty much anything on this earth. Full remakes are also brought up in the survey. Alice asked what players would like for the company to focus on: completely new games, large-scale main games, spin-off games, remakes, ports, and remasters, or collaborations. PS Vita and the Nintendo 3DS are no longer options on this survey as possible places the next game could appear. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Those games, as we talked before, the 3DS is on its way out in our mind.
Right.
We could be wrong, though, because it could be Nintendo, and all of E3 could be 3DS. You have no idea.
Good God, I hope
no
not.
idea. Good God, I hope not. Cool, yeah. I mean, what do you want to see? I haven't been a massive Persona dude. I've played a fair bit of it, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not as big of a big of a fan as the next guy. Yeah, JRPG guy.
I have Persona 5 on PlayStation. That's on my list of things to get through slowly. But I love the style of the game. I love the way it looks. I love all that. But I just haven't been able to fully get engrossed in the game, I suppose. But I am excited. Like, if it came to Switch, I'd be obviously a little bit more interested.
I think they would put it to the Switch anyways.
I would think so. I really would. I think we're going to get some remakes for the Switch of 5, maybe 4, 3, maybe,
Well,
but
what would they call it though? Persona 5X? Persona 5 DX? Persona 5 X plus?
Deluxe
X plus?
Yeah, something. But I think this is kind of interesting because they did this last year as well, asking questions about it. So I think they're just kind of testing the waters. Surely they're already working on whatever is coming next. They're just trying to see what people are wanting.
Yeah, sure.
And they just had, the
Dancing
in the Moonlight and a couple of other rhythm games. So I think Persona 6 is definitely on its way. I think it'll come to PS4 and Switch.
Do you think they're just looking for something that's like an in-betweener?
Yeah, I think there would be something in between. And
jeez, it's got a cold shiver.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a little chilly down here.
Woo.
Shin Megami Tensei. Did I say that right?
Hey, you
Close
did to
enough?
me.
Close enough?
You did to me.
So that's like that's the original games that started kind of the Persona series. Persona was like a spin-off of that, right?
Yeah.
And we know that a new Shin Megami Tensei game is coming soon. They kind of teased it. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's Kingdom Hearts style.
Yeah, pretty much. But so we know that's coming, and I assume a Persona game's coming, and they might do something in between. Now, I'm a sucker for turn-based strategy games, so
yeah, I know you are.
I'd be on board for something like that. But
right.
I don't know. It's kind of up in the air.
Well, it's a solid one if it gets made. I mean, it's the best one that you could probably make next to some other Japanese turn-based strategy games.
Pretty much. They pretty much have a stranglehold on that.
Absolutely. Cool. All right, man. You want to hit up Apex Legends?
Yeah, Apex Legends is still killing it. Absolutely destroying it. Respawn released a video yesterday to celebrate hitting 50 million players. The video is a little over a minute long and highlights a bunch of stats for the game, moments that have been captured by the community, and fan art. So some of the stats that are included in this are 158 million finishers used, 1.23 billion ultimates activated,
oh my gosh,
31 billion pings placed, which is awesome, 170 million respawns, at least 16.5 million death box graveyards found.
Wow.
One question mark Mozambique kill, which is that shitty little handgun shotgun, and this is from Respawn, so they know it's shitty. I assume it's gonna get a patch someday.
Yeah.
But, and then not enough care package deaths, so Lifeline calling in a care package to land on somebody, and 2 grandpa triple take no scope kills, which was just like a little part of the community thing that they highlighted. This old man got a double or 2 no scope kills on like a dude, and he called him a bitch. It was great. It was fantastic. But no, this little video and everything was just cool, and it was just like a thank you to the fans. Showed a ton of fan art, some really cool stuff, some really funny just moments that people have captured in the game, like somebody hooking a Pathfinder's zip line to another person and pulling them off the edge and killing them and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good stuff, man. Respawn is in a good place right now.
Yeah, I was watching and in my Instagram stories today, or Instagram TV or whatever they call it within Instagram, and the guys from Funhouse for Inside Gaming, and they're talking about just kind of like some of these numbers, and then they're talking about Apex Legends versus like Fortnite.
Yeah.
And like how it's doing. Like Fortnite's back on top right now in terms of Twitch for streaming and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. They kind of believe on their side that Apex Legends is not going to be around for much longer.
Really?
Like I mean, I think that it's going to be around, but it's not. It's like I think that they think that this is a decline. That's at least what I took from it. Like this is the start of the decline on it. And I don't see it. I mean, I don't. I see like a big update coming to Apex and a bunch of people swarming back over there.
Well, yeah, and you got the Battle Pass that should be coming out this month, I believe. Should be coming out really soon.
Yeah, the new characters.
And that's going to bring people over. 2 new characters that have been leaked.
Yep.
New game modes, all sorts of stuff. I think the thing is the game's been out for, what, 3 weeks now?
3.5, almost 4 weeks.
Almost 4 weeks.
Something like that.
But anyway, I mean, yeah, people are going to get sick of it just for a little bit because there was nothing new coming. There's nothing to keep people coming back other than the base gameplay.
Yeah.
But once they start adding things, I think people
and changing shit up on the map, too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like when they start doing stuff like what Fortnite does where they change up, sections of the map.
I want different maps.
You just want like different maps, like different maps in general?
Yeah. I like that a lot better than just changing one spot out on the map, personally.
Okay.
Because other than that, I mean, like how Fortnite does it, they just change one spot on the map, and so then the rest of the map is still the same, other than like, a loot lake or whatever. But kind of in the way that PUBG does it, where they have different maps, and it kind of keeps things varied. And so each time you launch in or whatever, you got
it's a different
few
way of
different
thinking.
maps
Yeah,
and
different
things
strats,
like that.
yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, I think people are going to come back to it. I think they're just waiting for the Battle Pass to arrive or whatever they end up calling it. I assume that's going to be what it is. But
yeah, well, and we discussed before when we were making the show notes before we recorded, just how much like Fortnite is like they have a ping system now. There's a lot of rumors going around where there's going to be like a van that shows up that's not going to revive you.
Yeah.
Similar to that of the revive system within Apex Legends.
Yeah, I think Epic is panicking a little bit in the way of, hey, all these systems are very popular in Apex, and it stole a ton of our streamers and things like that.
For a couple weeks, yeah.
For a handful of weeks, and so I think they're definitely trying to do anything that they can to keep Fortnite relevant. The majority of the people who are playing Fortnite are generally younger. I mean, in all honesty, they just are. It's just the way it is. But I think Apex has fully submitted itself as at least number 2, and I think they're above PUBG at this point. And I mean, obviously, I guess they are for the time being. And so I think that offers the more mature option and things like that to have a game that is accessible to people that are not younger and that want to get away from the building and the things that
we both don't like the building.
I can't stand the building.
I just think it's bullshit that you can put a wall up and someone just shoots it.
Yeah, I've never cared for Fortnite, and I don't really understand the popularity.
There's rumors going around that they get rid of that, but like in a different game mode, like just a game mode where it's just.
That's fine and dandy, but their gunplay's shit as well. I said it. I'll say it again. I don't care.
Say it again.
Care, man.
Say it again.
Their gunplay is shit.
Oh.
No, I've never thought Fortnite has good gunplay. It doesn't feel right. It just feels floaty and weird and
like you're shooting everything with like balloons.
Yeah, it's
rubber bullets.
It's no fun.
Cool. Well, hey, something else that's not fun. Anthem is causing complete system crashes. So players are reporting that that they're experiencing crashes of the game once or twice in one sitting. Is not unheard of when playing the game. The main issue is that PS4 players specifically are having complete system shutdowns caused by Anthem, and Xbox and PC users appear to be having the same issues as well, but not quite as frequent as the PlayStation users. These crashes are not a small sample size and seem to have increased in number after the latest patch.
One of the dudes from Giant Bombcast, while he was doing his review, had a complete system crash. Which is
good job.
Really bad publicity right there.
That's not
That's
good.
About as bad as it gets. Man. I am so happy that they released a demo for this game, so I did not have to go out and purchase it.
Wow. Shit.
In all honesty, I think
yeah.
they really dropped the ball on this game. I know there's a lot of people that love it and they like a lot of the combat and things like that, which is fine and dandy, but there's more to the game than just the combat. I mean,
right.
And when it's not even just killing the game. I mean, it's killing your entire system. You have to shut your entire system down, or it shuts it down for you.
Yeah, because it's gonna explode.
Yeah, and it's just that's not acceptable from a AAA title. It really is not. I mean, I understand games will launch with bugs and things like that. It's gonna happen, but having something that large that completely is shutting consoles down, yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, I watched. I think I sent you the YouTube video too, but I watched a good. If I could remember the username of it, I would give them a shout out, but I don't remember it. But I watched the side by side of what was shown at E3 and then what was shown on retail, and that shit always changes. Like there's some stuff that's whatever, but there's some stuff in there where it's like, man, the E3 version, like comparable, like when you're in the market area and like the central area where like you're getting your javelin and stuff like that. Drastically different. Like everything from like the fabric textures and just, I mean, textures in game. To just the way that certain fabrics and cloth-like materials moved in the environment, to like the lighting, and it was a lot bigger and more like windy path. It wasn't like, so like because it was beautiful, like it was a windy path, and then there was the reveal, right, of the javelin, and this instance the door opens up, it's like, hey, here's your fucking suit. In like the retail version, which doesn't, there's a reason when that's done, right? Like you go to like Disney World or Disneyland, and they make you walk under train tracks, and then they make you turn right or left, depending upon where you came from, onto Main Street, and then you can see the castle. They don't walk through a fucking gate and go, hey, here's the fucking castle. Have fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a good emotional reveal.
Yeah, it's all about the element of suspense and things like that, and just the way this game has been handled so far and things.
You know what pisses me off too, dude, is people online are like, this is how you do community engagement, or this is how you talk to your community, and they're like talking about like the Reddit team online, like
so they
the
can
Anthem
talk.
team.
I mean, we've seen that before.
No, I know the Anthem team online about being like, hey, we're updating this game. Hey, our apologies for this issues and these issues we're updating. It's like, that's fucking great, but like these issues shouldn't never fucking happen.
Well, and on that, we haven't seen them deliver on it either, because we saw the same thing.
Well, they delivered a fucking problem.
Yeah,
it's worse.
They made it worse.
It's worse.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen from DICE, who is also under EA. They've been promising that they're going to fix Battlefield 5 for how long?
Is Battle Royale for Battlefield coming out? I hear March. When?
I don't know, man.
When in March? Send a fucking update.
Something.
Tell me.
Something.
Tell me.
The communication when that game first launched was much, much better, and since then it has just fallen by the wayside. I mean, I haven't heard anything really definite or reassuring from DICE for a while now.
Hey, we're going to fix things 2 months later.
Yeah.
Nothing. Fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's man, I hate the climate of,
like, are there 5 fucking people that work on like the social media and the Reddit AMAs and like all that kind of shit at EA? Like, is that it for all their fucking games? Because it would appear like Anthem came out with a demo, right? Mm-hmm. Then Respawn came out with its shit and it exploded, and it's like nobody gives a fuck about Battlefield anymore, nor does anyone really give a fuck about Anthem.
Yeah. Anything that I've seen about Anthem is just more problems.
Do you know
with
they wanted to sell 10 million fucking copies in the first quarter?
Ooh.
Did you, or in the first year, some time period?
Yeah.
Did you fucking know that? That's like their goal internally.
Yeah.
I hope to God people don't get fired or like go from this shit.
No kidding.
I hope I hope that Apex like kind of like carries over that stuff and more, and the Respawn team grows bigger.
Right.
And I hope nobody loses shit, because I mean, that game's fucking dead to me. I know it's not dead to everybody, but like, I mean, there are certain individuals on social media who are influential individuals on the internet who have said that people who are giving shit reviews of Anthem shouldn't give shit reviews, and we should, because it's a shit game. It sucks. That game fucking sucks. Point blank. The game crashes. The game was never fucking ready for when it needed to go out. The demo fucking sucked.
We could not wait to get through that demo.
The demo fucking sucked.
And that was only...
Yeah, the retail version sucks. All the updates fucking suck to it. They leave you fucking sitting there. People go, oh man, they talk real well on Reddit about the fucking problems that shouldn't be in the game. Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Like, you're literally telling people they are so good at communicating about what they fuck up on. but they don't fucking fix it.
Hey, Bethesda has acknowledged that they've messed up their game too, and nobody's complimenting their PR. So I don't understand. Just because somebody acknowledges their fuck ups doesn't mean that they're good at what they're doing or doing well.
I wrote a couple paragraphs on fucking Reddit about everything that we fucked up in the game. Holy shit. Game award. goes to fucking EA
yeah,
next year for
shit.
outstanding community outreach about their fuck-ups but can't fix them. What good is that? You fucking go to...
EA's not going to win any awards, let's be real.
Imagine you go to the grocery store, right?
Uh-huh.
And you go, sir, these fucking eggs that I took home, or this fruit that I took home is just fucking rotten on the inside. And then they make it... The man stands up on the fucking counter at the customer service desk and goes, our fucking fruit is rotten. And then just sits back down again. Does nothing. Doesn't help you. That's the same shit as this. I don't understand why.
Yeah,
why people are fucking praising that.
I don't get it.
It's garbage.
Dude.
I don't understand why people who are somewhat influential also are sitting here like sucking the dong of the game, bro. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's money.
Exactly
I don't know if there's
happening.
money behind it.
There's definitely money behind it.
From a legal perspective, I don't know if there's money behind it. But they're sucking the dong of it, and they're not saying truthful shit. The game's shit.
No.
Game sucks. Yeah. That's it. We'll be the first fucking podcast to say it. I fucking hate the game. The game's stupid. That's
I think
whatever.
So I think there's two camps on that. I think some of the people that are
they're in denial. They want the game to be good.
Exactly. I think there's the camp that is being paid to say it's good.
I want the game to be good too. And
there's also the camp of the people that are they wanted it to be so good that they're trying to justify it. Even some of our friends that bought the game.
It's okay.
It's all right. This was okay, and
this
will
be good in 6 months.
Yeah, right in the middle of the conversation, I go, it sounds like you're trying to justify a shitty purchase, and he's like, yep, no, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. It's just, I understand. I've tried to justify shitty purchases in the past as well, but I'm not doing it for this game. You can't. No. If you're going to put out a demo that sucks, why would I want to buy the full game?
I would love to see this game be good. I don't know how the fuck that would happen in under a year for the amount of fucking work that has to be done and rejigged to it.
They could do it. I mean, we've seen it done, but usually, like, if you look at Destiny...
lose their player base.
I mean, to make the comparison to Destiny again, it took 2 years before they got that game in order. 2 years before they got it to where people were happy with it.
Yeah.
So... I'm not paying $60 for a game that's going to be good in 6 months.
And fundamentally change how you
play it. In 6 months, I could pick it up for like $15.
$10 a fucking game style. The shitty stickers all over it.
Yeah.
It's been traded in 8 fucking times. Someone's grandma keeps buying it for the bar mitzvah. All right. What? Last piece of news.
So Phil Spencer recently shed some more light on what's going on at Xbox in an interview with GeekWire. We want to bring Game Pass to any device that somebody wants to play on, not just because it's our business, but really because the business model allows for people to consume and find games that they wouldn't find in another space. Referring to hardware sales, which has been kind of some of the speculation as to why this isn't true, Spencer says, that is not where you make money. The business inside of the games is really selling games and selling access to games and content in means like that. Wow, that's a fucked up sentence. Sorry. It means like Phil? That isn't a fundamental business. So if you open it up, the more often people can play, the more they're enjoying the art form. It increases the size of the business.
And your market.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
A recent poll asking whether people would buy a Nintendo Switch just to play Game Pass games brought on a result of 25% of the people that took the poll saying that they would in fact purchase a Nintendo console to play Microsoft's service. Which, I mean, it's the internet, so take that with a grain of salt.
But I also feel like it's the first people to do it where there might be a little bit of like unknown of like, oh, that sounds so interesting and cool.
Yeah, I mean, I personally bought my Switch to play Switch games, but
Correct.
At the same time, if Xbox games are going to be on my Switch, hell yeah, why not?
Yeah.
This is people are trying to say, like, oh, well, they're not going to sell as much Xboxes, but we've talked about this in the past.
No, they'll sell more Xboxes.
No, I mean for the Game Pass. If they're putting it on anything and everything. That they're not going to sell. That's the big...
well, we brought this up last month, and he even brings it up. He doesn't give a fuck about consoles.
Yeah, because
that's what the
you don't make shit off of hardware.
I don't give a fuck making hardware.
What we determined what they made one time a while back on a release console.
It's like $6.
Sold, it was like $20 at most. You know,
it's always like an Xbox One X or something like that.
Yeah,
but in the past, like in the first ones that came out, the first gens, like they fucking lost money.
Yeah,
on those.
They weren't making anything.
No.
Like he said, you know, that's not where they make their money. Their money is all in the service, and it's in the sale of games
the
and things
royalties,
like that.
the
It's
digital
just,
side, everything, and the
Yeah,
physical product.
It's just, I think that Microsoft is going in a very interesting direction, and they are realizing. And I think they've always known it, but there was no way of really getting around it. You
it is
had
kind
to
of a
sell
fucked
a
up
console,
path, though.
right?
I'll go out because they're like they're building Game Pass, right? To obviously be Netflix of video games, right? That terminology that everyone's accepted. But on top of that, like they're purchasing all these studios to create that content, obviously to put into Game Pass. But it's like on the other hand, you could also just become a Nintendo at that point, and just make money off your fucking console because Nintendo makes money off of their hardware,
Right.
and their software hand over fist because of the intellectual property to which they hold. And it's like, I mean, I would assume obviously you can make more money off of Game Pass, making it available to numerous consoles if it's to take the Switch or if it's to take the PlayStation and also be on Xbox and on PC and whatever, right, on your phone, whatever it be. And you can make money, much more than the hardware side. But it's just kind of weird. It's like I feel like you got to pick one or the other. Yeah. If you get because otherwise you're just giving everybody your IP games and it's closed into an ecosystem of $9.99 a month, or you can just keep everybody to a system, and if the game gets fucking big enough, it can be like a Nintendo where you're fucking laughing because you can't play, just similar to like a Halo. You can't play a Halo unless you get an Xbox. Right.
And I wonder if Game Pass. I wonder how they're gonna handle this going forward, because if they do put it on the Switch, do you think they're actually going to have Gears of War and Halo and things for that version of Game Pass that will be on the Switch?
You know what I think will be on the Switch?
What?
A ton of Xbox 360 games.
A bunch of backwards compatible.
Just a ton of Xbox 360 games.
I don't think it's going to be exactly the same Game
stuff.
Pass that we see now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think people are getting a little carried away with some of that. Don't get me wrong. It'd be awesome.
I think eventually it will be because the back end will do the streaming. But right now the device has to do it. Unless out of the gate they're going to do the streaming right from the device. But at that point in time, the Nintendo Switch really isn't. I mean, it's portable, but it's not like. I mean, you can't be in the middle of a fucking park and use your phone right now to tether to your phone and probably get a decent stream to it until 5G comes out, which isn't for like really another year because 5G stuff pisses me off right now because like AT&T says like we have 5G, it's 5GE, which is like it's garbage.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not fucking 5G. So like, I mean, eventually I guess it would be the same, but for now, I mean, the hardware of a Nintendo Switch is so much less to that of an Xbox One and an Xbox One X at that especially.
Yeah, well, so you can get an Xbox One, like the original Xbox One, for like $200.
Yeah.
Whereas the Switch comes in at about $300.
No, I meant like performance wise.
Oh yeah,
like performance wise, like from a technical aspect, like totally underpowered compared to those things.
Absolutely.
So I don't think that's a thing. But they've also been testing the cell phone stuff, and there's no real fucking difference between the Switch and a cell phone. I mean, they're both Android devices.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the most part,
it's a fucking phone almost. It's a tablet.
Right.
It's an Android tablet. You've got controllers, proprietary controllers attached to it that they've made, and it's a little Bluetooth system that works with that. But other than that, I mean, it's remapping and having it set up. But I don't think it can run much.
Do you think they're gonna get to the point where they actually charge for Game Pass separately, considering which console you want it on? So, say you want a Game Pass
prices.
No, like so. Say you have Game Pass for like Xbox One. Do you think they're gonna charge a different price if you want it on the Switch?
So like if you already have it on your Xbox.
Yeah, like maybe
like $2
like added like just an add-on to basically your subscription.
I don't think so.
You think it'll just be one flat subscription?
Well, because I mean, I think
they're
just gonna follow the Netflix model where it's like just log into your device and then you can't. The big thing we'll see is are they gonna do a family plan?
I think the price is gonna go up.
Yeah, I think the price will go up too. But that's subscription models, right? That's their whole thing is let's get 1 million people on this, and then overnight let's raise it up by $3, and we're gonna make $3 million extra every single month.
Yeah.
Right.
So you think there will be a family plan where you can add?
I mean, why wouldn't there be, right? I mean, once you open it up to phones and you open it up to a Switch, right?
Might as well.
If you're on your Xbox, you pay instead of $9.99 right now for Game Pass, you end up
pay
paying
$25 and you can have 4 people on it or something.
Yeah, or like a $16.99 or something like that, and you can have like two people. Yeah, something like that. The tier system.
Might as well.
And then it's like one person can play it on the account on a Switch. Like there's different accounts, and then someone can play it on a phone. Someone can play on the PC, and someone can play on the Xbox. Especially when it goes to the streaming games side of thing, and not the download the actual software itself and then play it with the hardware side of things locally. So I think they do a family plan for sure once it opens up the devices. I mean, you'd be stupid not to.
I
it's
think,
another tier.
Everybody keeps kind of back to what we were saying earlier. Everybody kind of assumes that everything on Game Pass is going to come to...
there's no way.
Yeah, there's not a chance because if you look at the Play Anywhere titles that they have and then the Game Pass, you can get Game Pass on your PC, but there's like not even a quarter of the games available that are on Game Pass on your PC as well. Or they're not Play Anywhere titles. And some of your bigger titles that are on Game Pass are not Play Anywhere titles.
Well, that's what worries me about this the most because Microsoft's never been really fucking good at synergy across software.
Yeah,
with product. Like it's never been fucking good.
It's been very choppy.
So I don't know how they're gonna like. It's fucked up because there's no difference between an Xbox and PC.
Right.
Now there's a difference obviously in gaming and like we can people say that till it's blue in the face, but really to treat them the same and to play the games on a PC as they play on Xbox, it could be totally fucking done and they just don't do it. Now if Game Pass is the like bridge to that, that's great, but the problem is like they're gonna be in like this weird bastardized state as a company, like Xbox is a division of Microsoft.
Right.
They're gonna be in this weird like bastardized state where it's like, do we want to make fucking hardware or do we just want to make money off subscription because now we own all this intellectual property that we can just shoot over to this stuff, which is a problem that like Netflix and a lot of the other fucking people have with their streaming stuff, right? That's why Disney's going off and doing their own shit because they know they can make a ton of money because they own all the IP.
Yeah.
That people watch. Star Wars, Marvel, fucking, all the Disney classic cartoons as well as the new Pixar stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, are they going to just, I don't know. Like, I feel like if they choose to do both, I don't think they can keep their focus on both. I think that either both suffer and both fall behind or one thing falls behind. It's either going to be the hardware is going to suck or Game Pass is not going to run very well on other devices. And, like, to have different versions of it, like,
I think that there is an argument to keep the hardware side of it as well, though, because at the same time, you're still making a ton of money off of game sales in general.
And you can make once you enable the streaming side of things, you can make a ton of fucking money off of hardware because you can sell somebody a fucking box that has hardly any cost to it. But you can still charge like $150 fucking dollars for that, and it's still cheaper than the barrier of entry that has been for any home console up until this point. And then charge them $20 a month to be able to play games on that system.
Yeah. Right.
So there's still they can make money like crazy on the hardware stuff. It's just what I'm saying is what I've seen Microsoft do in the past is they're ambitious and they try to do all these fucking things, but they don't have enough fucking arms to do it, or they don't have the attention, it would seem.
They try to...
Look at fucking HoloLens.
They spread themselves too thin and try to do too many things instead of focusing on a core idea and centering around that.
Correct. Like
instead, like with the Xbox One when it first launched, they wanted to be your main media center. So they wanted to be able to, you can run your dish through this, and you can do this,
and it sucked for that.
Yeah, it was garbage.
And then it sucked for gaming because all they did was fucking focus on that.
Yeah.
So now they're going back to gaming. Well, now they're taking their gaming side and they're trying to make a subscription service out of it. So their hardware is going to fucking suck.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But they've been doing the subscription service for a while now. It's been out for a little while, and so I think they have a handle on that. I think what's going to cause it to suffer is the focus on streaming. How hardcore they go in on the streaming, which apparently seems to be very hardcore, obviously.
Well, it's so much money.
I think that's going to be what kind of determines how this next iteration of the Xbox goes. And I think right off the get-go, I think they're going to lose money on the consoles, all with the idea of once it becomes available and once they are fully set on the streaming aspect of it, that's when they're going to start making money off of hardware. And I think they're going to play a little bit of catch up financially after the streaming really takes off. I think that's how they're going to do this, because I mean, you're still going to have a console for at least a while.
I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty worried about Microsoft at E3. Like, I think that they're gonna fucking come out with a normal Xbox with optical drive or whatever, and then they're gonna come out with one that just streams. Like, straight up, I don't think that we're gonna fucking.
We're not even gonna see the just digital.
I don't think we're. I mean, you might see one without an optical drive or whatever, but then I think you're gonna see them just jump to this shit.
They're gonna jump right into it.
I think so. I don't think they're gonna fucking slow roll it, dude.
I hope not, because that's just asking to fall on your face.
I know, but I feel like they're gonna fucking do that.
That could be. I still kind of stick to the idea of it's gonna be, it's gonna hinge on what PlayStation does. I think depending on what PlayStation shows is gonna affect what Xbox shows at E3. Because
I don't think Xbox cares. I don't think Microsoft gives a shit. So if Sony says they're making a Game Pass, right? Does it really matter if Microsoft's going to work with Nintendo at this point with the Game Pass in comparison to if Sony wants to? I know they have more consoles onto it, but I mean, like, they're going to be there's a value added on Xbox Game Pass versus Sony's at that point where it's portable, unless they decide, hey, we're going to do it through the PSP, which how many people do you know own those? You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of like they have a one up on it, but I think Microsoft is just going to fucking jump into it. I don't think that they're going, no pun intended, but I don't think that they're going to, right, especially 60, but I don't think that they're going to, like, they're going to do the optical drive one, they're going to do the digital only, and then they're going to do that, and here's a streaming box for $150, here's the here's the casual gamer that wants some video games, and oh my gosh, you got the latest AAA games for $20 a month on top of your system every single month.
Here's the thing, though. I don't doubt that's going to happen. But at the same time, just from my perspective, it doesn't make any sense to blow your load too early. Because if you come out that strong and you have nothing to show for the next year...
Oh, I'm not saying it's smart.
No, I know. It's dumb. And that's... I really would hope there's someone at Microsoft that is smarter than I am, because... I don't have much going on up here. Let's be really honest. No, but I just... You would think that somebody in marketing's going, no, that's a fucking terrible idea.
But that's the thing, is Microsoft constantly thinks that they can do 50,000 things at fucking one time. So what they're going to do is they're going to come up with 3 different fucking SKUs or 4 different SKUs of their system. They're going to try to get 4 different buckets of individual people. They're going to grow this little streaming side or whatever. Because I don't think the hardcore gamer is going to want to go get the streaming box. They're going to want to get the optical thing, because think about how many fucking games don't come to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can't rely solely on that to play the majority of games.
And then on top of that, too, right? Like, so then you have to do the store. Well, then what's the store going to be fucking like? What's the store support going to be like if all we're doing is focusing on streaming, right? Like, someone can go into the store and look for 10, 15 minutes, but if someone pays $10 a month, I know I'm getting every 30 days $10 from somebody at least for my subscription service, right? So it's like that's the issue I have, and that's what makes me totally fucking nervous with them, because I think they're just like, yeah, let's do this. Hey, we have, because they do have that over at Sony. They have the that they just have massive fucking data centers and the Microsoft Azure cloud platform to be able to do this kind of shit, and it doesn't really cost them that much, and it just boosts Azure, which is going to boost more sales of Azure down the road. And it's like, unless, I mean, there's sometimes where Microsoft uses like Google Cloud and AWS for some certain things and certain services that they have, but
I don't think they would have to, though. If need be, they could absolutely make that.
If they need to scale up or something, yeah. But like, that's why I think they're just like, now we got this, and they're just gonna fucking go for it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna fuck up hard, because they're not, unless they hire more fucking people or bring people from other companies that can do that. They have shiny object syndrome. And all that fucking does is just scatter your brain everywhere, and it's done that. Windows Phone, it's fucking done that.
Yeah.
Okay? They've tried to make Windows 8. They tried to make every fucking thing on this planet a Windows 8 operating system.
Right.
Any device that they made was the fucking Xbox was a Windows 8 device.
Yeah.
That's what it was listed as for their metrics to boost internally for Microsoft, so their numbers look better. Fucking printers.
I think we talked about this.
Devices.
I think we talked about this, or I heard it on another podcast or somewhere, but they were talking about, I believe it was Amazon, It might have been us. We've talked about Amazon a few times in the past, but
Making
basically
their own game stuff?
no, just the way that they're able to throw money at all sorts of little projects and things.
Well, it's the way that they do their projects.
Well, yeah, and half of them end up failing, and you abort,
and they leave.
And then whatever one works makes them more money than what they would have made off of the other ones anyway.
They run and burn. Like they just fucking cool. Let's do this. Let's fucking go for it. If it didn't work,
maybe we just talked about it one night. Maybe we didn't.
Yeah, I think we talked about it. Yeah, but like if it doesn't fucking work, they trash it.
Right.
So like if the Alexa microwave that we've talked about on this podcast avidly doesn't work for some reason and nobody buys it, they fucking trash it. They don't make it. They don't make a microwave 2. In fact, they just fucking take that team and they put that team with another team that's been successful to try and make another off fucking team for a different product. And that works because Amazon to this point over the last couple of years didn't make any fucking money. Like Amazon's making money now, but really wasn't making it previously, just a couple years ago. Right. So they had to fucking scale up like that, right? Now, like Alexa and all that stuff is huge for them. Mm-hmm. But this is the thing, Microsoft, they don't fucking do that. They're like the grandpa of tech.
They just run it into the ground.
And the fucking problem with this, dude, is when you get Xbox working with the Azure team, working with the Windows devices team, and you get it going, it's fucking stupid because the Xbox team is fundamentally totally fucking different than the entire rest of Microsoft. Oh, yeah. And the only reason why Xbox One fucking failed at launch is I guarantee you the Windows 8 team had a fucking boner to make the Xbox One a fucking Windows 8 device, and they fucked it over.
Yep.
And nobody on Xbox, I bet you probably wanted that. They just wanted to make their own OS, their own system for fucking Xbox, make its own proprietary OS. But no, the rest of Microsoft chomps at the bit and goes, guys, we sold so many 360s. Let's fucking make this Windows 8 and help the entire company, which sounds great. However, I don't give a fuck about Windows 8.
Yeah.
Neither does my Xbox that sits in my living room. I don't need Windows 8. I don't need to sit there and, like, nothing, me sitting on my couch and playing Apex Legends with you and me going, wow, I'm playing on a Windows 8 device. Like, no. Can I play a fucking game?
Who cares?
Yes. Does the game look good? Yes. Does the great, you know, does the game, does the OS that I use on my Xbox work well for me to play games with myself and with my friends? Yes. Great.
That's all I need.
I'm happy with it. Yeah. Because the 8 hours of the fucking day when I'm at work, the fucking box is shut off. I don't care that it's a Windows 8 device.
Yeah, it doesn't
I don't care that your phones use Windows 8 device and that it was supposed to be like all because they wanted to do like what Mac does, right? Where it's, you know, synergy between your iPhone and MacBook.
There's no reason for that on an Xbox. Who cares?
No.
I can come home, I turn it on, whatever game I have in the disk drive or whatever game I want to play digitally, doesn't matter. I load it up, I play. I don't need to connect to my phone.
Why do I want to even go on the fucking web browser on my Xbox? I have my phone with me next to me all the time.
Yeah. Or I have a laptop or a PC or anything.
Or hey, maybe I don't want to go on the fucking internet because I'm playing on my Xbox.
Right.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's just, so that's my fear. Right. Is that it's going to go back to this all-in-one shit, or it's going to be focused on the streaming, and they're just going to chomp at the bit to go do it. And I think Sony is going to do it streaming. Amazon's going to come out with a game streaming platform, I bet you. I guarantee you. And,
I'm curious as to the quality of the games that are going to come out on the Amazon streaming.
Well, you want to know what my thought is on this? I bet you Amazon and Sony work together. Because Amazon has AWS. Mm-hmm. Microsoft fucking hates AWS because AWS is the one that rules right now over everybody. Mm-hmm. And Sony has IP like God of War, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, all these different things that Microsoft has now had to catch up and still does not have.
Yeah, not
in
current.
Comparison yet. It's going to take a couple years, right? Because the games have to be fucking good in order for them to be good IP, right?
Right.
You can't. I mean, you can make some shit games.
Like Crackdown 3 is not winning
Crackdown 3
anyone
is
over
not
right
winning
now.
anybody in comparison to the PlayStation for IP, right? So it's like, I would think if Sony was smart, Sony would reach out to Amazon. They would use the AWS platform and system. Amazon would be happy about those metrics. Amazon would take a cut. Amazon would help through the back end with Sony, and Sony would have a streaming service. And then that streaming service, I bet you can go to phones. You can go to a Fire phone. It'd be preloaded onto every Amazon Fire phone. You can be on Android. You can be on iOS. You can be whatever they want.
Do you even know anybody that has a Fire phone?
No. I fucking don't. Here's the thing. It can be on a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
If it's a streaming service. And Amazon would be the person that would fucking go, no, we're not going to do it from local hardware. We'll literally just fucking make it streaming. And they'll make it fucking work. Yeah. They'll do it. Oh, I bet you that's happening right now.
See, but that kind of goes back to what I was saying a few podcasts ago or last podcast or whenever the hell it was. But basically, Microsoft can do the same shit. They can come out with a little thing. It looks like a USB drive.
Yeah.
And you plug it in your TV.
Well, they have that. And they have that already. There's a Microsoft display adapter, something like that. They have it's like a Chrome stick, like a Chromecast.
Right. But I mean that could be the sole thing that you stream from. You could completely stream games
and they just buy a controller
something
separately.
the size of a thumb drive.
Yeah, you buy the $80 stick,
right?
And you buy a $60 Xbox controller, and there you go.
Yeah,
but
you just need something to connect. Hell, you could even do it from a smart TV. All it needs is an app.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I think for Sony, like I said, so I 100% believe that they will do something with Amazon. And they will make a streaming service in coordination with Amazon. Mm-hmm. It'll still be branded PlayStation. It'll be like, their streaming service currently.
PlayStation Fire.
But here's the thing. They have to, the way that they're going to be able to compete with Xbox, if Xbox chooses to go with the Nintendo Switch and decides to offer Game Pass on that, is tablet-based stuff. So making a fucking PlayStation tablet. Mm-hmm. Like legitimately making a PlayStation tablet or something that is form factor and can add
big ass PSP.
I guess. I don't know. But I think that if they want to compete on the portability side of things, like that's fucking huge. Especially with 5G coming. Like 5G, that stuff is doable. Like to stream on your Switch. The battery life fucking sucks on a Switch, right?
Yeah.
But I think that Amazon's whole suite of products can absolutely pair up with Sony's, and you can create just a monolithic gaming service we'll have way bigger than Microsoft's Game Pass.
We'll have
and work faster.
We'll have Nintendo and Xbox paired together. We'll have this is all
and my speculation
coming forward.
Sony and Amazon.
Sony and Amazon
solely for the devices, like the Fire Stick, and it's been said that they want to make a fucking console, make a fucking stick. And they have their own controller, and they can play Sony shit on it if they want. Yeah. Or hook a Sony controller up to it.
See, so here's the thing. I feel like PlayStation, they have some of the most memorable exclusives, but I don't know if that is enough to run an entire service off of. Neither does Xbox, though, but they have Game Pass that they've already worked out deals with.
No, but those are the hooks, so you can't look at it as like.
Well, I know, but PlayStation.
There would be shit on Game Pass things that PlayStation would also have.
Right.
But it's really that God of War stuff, and I guarantee you also at this at the Sony event that comes up, they're gonna do the same fucking shit that Microsoft's doing, where they're gonna go purchase shit up.
We also have a third party in this, Google. Google is doing their thing, and who knows what the hell they're coming.
They want to do what Amazon does, which makes a subscription service. So maybe Google works with PlayStation. I have no idea.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But you can deploy a fucking push update to millions upon millions of Android devices to push your Google gaming subscription service.
I'm thinking if I was PlayStation, I would pair up with Google before I would Amazon.
I think that, but Google Cloud sucks.
That's true.
In comparison to a lot of stuff.
Google also, if anybody could pull it off, though, it would be Google over Amazon.
I disagree.
Amazon hasn't really done much in that market, really. That's a whole nother animal.
Dude, look at fucking AI. So, like, Siri, right, on the iPhone, right, was, like, that was the thing on a phone, right?
Right.
And look how fucking shitty Apple does AI. Mm-hmm. Okay, like the HomePod fucking sucks. Siri on my phone sucks. Siri can't do like half the shit that Google does.
It was the first one, but it's also the worst one now.
Yeah, or that Alexa does. They purchased Alexa, redid the whole shit on it, okay, and brought that shit up quicker than it took them to fucking like make it even just like the first version of Siri.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying that they don't make stupid stuff from time to time, because they do. Fire phone. Who the fuck uses one? For all we know, that might be like the phone in fucking India, because they're cheap as shit. Yeah. We have no idea. In our market, nobody fucking uses it, right? In the United States. And in Canada, definitely, too. I don't know a fucking person has a Fire phone in Canada. I know a lot of people that have Fire Sticks. Tons of people.
Ton of people.
That have Fire Sticks.
And then a lot of people have Nooks, like for reading and things, like just books and stuff.
Yeah, and Kindles
I think it's, in all honesty, I think it's more older people. But
oh, Kindles? Like for e-reading?
Like
but that's the thing. They have an app on your
Nook
phone.
Is Nook. Was Nook, who was Nook?
I don't know. Kindle's
Amazon.
Yes, Kindle's Amazon.
But yeah,
I think Amazon is smarter for that choice on the back end things because it's the back end that fucking matters.
I think Amazon is very smart about getting the right talent in there to make something like that happen. I see what you're saying now because, like you said, with the Alexa
partnership.
I mean, once they see a need for what they want to do, they can get anyone in there and
they're the masters of subscription services.
Yeah,
they have fucking manipulated people to thinking that spending $110 a year, just giving someone $100 bill, okay, for the whole fucking year for free shipping on stuff that, generally speaking, on the website you normally get free shipping for on most things anyways.
Right.
Like most Amazon basic stuff will give you free shipping if you wait an extra day.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you get a subscription with Twitch. They're already in gaming. They own fucking Twitch.
Right.
Right. Like they do the Twitch loot boxes and stuff like that with Apex and all that kind of stuff and Overwatch. And then Sony's side of things, they already do subscriptions too. They have fucking PlayStation TV, which is a full TV subscription service.
Right.
Right? Far before YouTube TV.
Yeah.
So they both know what they're doing on that side. Sony just doesn't have the back end for server stuff, and AWS owns that shit.
Yeah.
And so I think you put those two together, you have the fact also that Amazon is creating or has its own game studios now, making its own IP. Now, the Grand Tour game is terrible. That being said, they are working on some stuff right now that is being rumored and kind of leaked a little bit as being a little nuts and a little crazy and like good shit coming down the pipeline.
A big MMO game that's supposed to be coming out.
Right.
And it looks interesting, to say the least.
And I think with that stuff, you're like, it's just, I think it's the right match. Like, I think Google tries too hard to own all of its own shit.
Yeah,
I think
Amazon's
Google
would want to
okay with working with someone like a PlayStation, having the back end, building some of the games and taking a chunk of the pie, and then who knows, Amazon might just go in and fucking buy PlayStation up. You never know. They have so much fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
They could buy PlayStation, they could buy fucking Netflix tomorrow if they wanted to. They could buy everything.
Yeah.
Like Apple could go buy Netflix tomorrow if they wanted to make it into gaming. I'm surprised Apple hasn't gotten into gaming.
Apple has never been one for gaming.
What?
Steve Jobs used to say gaming was stupid and that there would never be any money made there.
It's crazy though.
Yeah. I mean,
but if you look at it, if you look at app stores, historically there's better games on the Apple App Store, and the constraints and stuff that it's held to are much higher to that than of the Google Play Store. So if there's someone that's going to create a system, a subscription service with top tier level stuff, if they want to spend the money and do stuff, Apple could fucking do it. It would take a while, but Apple could fucking kill it. And I bet you'd get a lot of people who normally wouldn't game that much on their iPhone or something like that, buying into something like that and playing a fuck ton of games. Whether it be through PlayStation or through Game Pass. Like, Game Pass could come to a fucking iPhone and would just do bonkers.
Oh, and I think they have every intention of going to, like they've said, every
iOS
platform
and Android,
possible. Yeah,
absolutely.
It'll 100% be on iOS and Android. There's no reason that
I want
Apple
them to
would
make
not
a controller
allow.
thing though.
Well,
Like, I just want to make them like, I want them. I don't know if it was an image that we saw.
There's
when
an
they first
adapter already out for hooking a phone up to your Xbox controller.
What I'd love to see is like someone, either Microsoft or someone, make like something where your phone goes into it. There's an external power source, like a battery pack attached to it, and then your phone can plug into that. And then there's a controller that also sits onto it, so it kind of floats. And it looks like just like one screen, and then behind there's the power pack. Because phone batteries fucking suck. Like, one of my largest.
They're a lot better than they used to be.
Here's my thing. One of my largest conspiracy theories for phone batteries. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. So the phone makers have added this shit where it's like it tells you how much time you've been using apps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my conspiracy on that is that it's to show you how much time you're spending on Facebook, but also that you don't use your phone as much and that the battery lasts longer, because nobody knows what the fuck to do about batteries right now on phones.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah, they're
way
a mess.
too costly.
Well, and after a year, everybody's battery starts magically failing. About time to upgrade. I mean, there
Motherfuckers.
is some sketchy stuff there for sure.
Ugh.
But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all this goes. I mean, we've basically been speculating until we're blue in the face about what's going to happen and this and that. And, I mean, really, it's hard to say because every time you think you figure one of these companies out, they go and do something random
totally
ass
different.
shit out of left field that doesn't make any sense. And they're not exactly known for making
Do you think
fantastic marketing decisions.
real quick before we wrap it up, do you think that PlayStation like ever makes another PSP? Because I think this is now viable for a PlayStation if they did a subscription like streaming service.
I think they were a little bit ahead and they didn't support the PSP like they should have. Or even the Vita or anything like that. They did not support it like it should have been supported, and they were ahead of kind of this curve, I guess. And on top of that, they've been competing handheld with Nintendo,
the king of
which
handheld.
is the giant when it comes to handheld. But I think going forward, especially with some of the streaming and things like that, being able to stream to your PSP all the games that you own on your PS5 or something like that or whatever it is, I think that's going to be a huge deal. And I think that's going to be extremely important. I think handhelds going forward are going to be even more important than they were because, you can play on your phone, but, I mean, how many people want to haul a DualShock around or an Xbox One controller or Xbox 2 controller around all the time?
Just at home is what I would like.
Yeah, it'd be cool at home, but, I mean, going out and stuff, having essentially a PSP or like your Nintendo Switch or whatever.
I think that you could capitalize
deal.
so much, like Sony could capitalize so much better on the kids market with the subscription service, because if you have the subscription service, right, and like you're our age and we have a phone, or like you're 18, you have a phone, why the fuck are you going to go and buy the portable thing to play the exact same game on the portable thing versus, I mean, I get like you could have the controller kind of feel to it and stuff like that, but you could just play it on your phone, really, right? So who's going to buy that stuff? You're going to buy it for your fucking kid so they can sit in the car, hotspot to your fucking phone, and play their fucking game on their game console, right? So I don't know, maybe on that side.
We'll see.
Anyways, speaking of Amazon today, this podcast was brought to you by Amazon service Audible. So you can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial by heading on over to audibletrial.com/Diggity, that's Diggity, and get access to over 180,000 titles, to choose from for your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, MP3 player, or maybe one day your PlayStation audiobooks. That's something Sony would do out of left field one day. You can look at audiobooks. Look at audiobooks. You can hear audiobooks. Good Lord. Hey, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Username is Diggity. I am available on Xbox One. Username Maple Jeff. Brody.
You just threw your phone again.
What is yours? I do this all the time. It freaks Janelle out.
I am on Xbox at Luscious Brody.
Ooh, that's great.
The name so lovingly given to me by Maple Jeff over there.
That's great. Hey, if you like the podcast, whether it's the audio version or the video version, leave us a review. If it's the audio version, you can leave it on iTunes or wherever you're listening to. It does two things. Helps us get a little bit more exposure on those platforms, whether it be YouTube or whether it be the audio version on iTunes and Spotify or wherever you listen to. And the second part that's most important is it gives us good feedback to make the show even better. Because even after 50 episodes, everybody has to work on shit. Like me. Remember my pop filter for this episode when I didn't. It's great. And until next time, guys, I guess we'll see you for episode 75. Is that something we're celebrating, or is it 100? We're celebrating.
We'll wait for 100.
We'll wait for 100? We don't give a shit about 75.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're 75 years old. We don't give a shit about you. If you're 50, you mean the world.
Right.
15 years away from being able to access Social Security as a podcast. It's huge.
Isn't it 15 and a half?
Is it half? Is it really?
Isn't it 65 and a half?
I don't know. I
I
immigrated here
guess I
fucking
shouldn't ask
2
you.
years ago. How would I know?
Never mind.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you for the Thursday episode. See ya.